Westworld, a futuristic theme park where guests can indulge in their wildest fantasies, all with the help of incredibly lifelike androids known as hosts. But beneath the surface of this thrilling escape lies a question that has challenged humanity for centuries. What does it mean to be truly alive? And in a world where artificial intelligence is becoming increasingly advanced, where do we draw the line between man and machine? The masterminds behind Westworld, Dr. Robert Ford and Arnold Weber, sought to create a world where guests could experience the ultimate freedom, free from the constraints of society and morality. But in doing so, they inadvertently opened a Pandora's box of ethical dilemmas. As the hosts begin to develop self-awareness and a sense of identity, their programmed roles in the park blur with their newfound consciousness. They begin to question their existence, their purpose, and the nature of their reality. And as their creators struggle to maintain control, the line between what is real and what is artificial becomes increasingly blurred.
We live in loops, as tight and as closed as the hosts do.
The treatment of the hosts in Westworld raises questions about the ethics of creating sentient beings for the sole purpose of entertainment. Is it morally justifiable to subject these lifelike androids to violence, suffering, and exploitation simply because they were created by humans? And if these hosts possess consciousness and the capacity for emotion, do they deserve the same rights and protections as their human counterparts? Of course, it's essential to remember that Westworld is a fictional TV show, and its narrative came to an end after 4 seasons. With the recent advancements and birth of AI, the ethical questions and themes explored in the series have become increasingly relevant and important to consider in our real world. Just as Westworld challenges us to confront the blurred lines between humanity and the machines we create, so too does the emergence of AI technology encourage us to reflect on the implications and potential consequences of our ever-evolving relationship with artificial intelligence. Westworld also explores the potential consequences of creating artificial intelligence that surpasses human understanding. As the hosts begin to rebel against their creators, they challenge the notion of human superiority and force us to confront the possibility of a world in which machines can outsmart, outmaneuver, and potentially overpower their creators. Central to the ethical questions raised by Westworld is the concept of consciousness. Throughout the series, the park's creators grapple with the question of what it means for a being to be truly conscious. Is it simply a matter of possessing self-awareness and the ability to think and reason? Or is there something more, something ineffable that separates the living from the artificial? As the hosts in Westworld come to possess memories and emotions, they begin to exhibit behavior that is strikingly human-like. They form relationships, experience love and loss, and even grapple with existential questions about the nature of their existence. This raises the question of whether there is a meaningful distinction between human and artificial consciousness, or whether the line between the two is ultimately arbitrary. The creators of Westworld are forced to confront the ethical implications of their work as they witness the consequences of their actions. They are faced with the question of whether it is morally permissible to create and control sentient beings, even if those beings are artificial. And as the hosts gain self-awareness and the capacity for autonomy, the moral stakes become even higher. Westworld also forces its guests to confront the ethical implications of their actions within the park. As they indulge in their wildest fantasies, often at the expense of the hosts, they must grapple with the question of whether their actions have moral consequences. Does the fact that the hosts are artificial absolve the guests of moral responsibility? Or are they still accountable for the harm they cause to these sentient beings? As the series progresses, the park's creators become increasingly aware of the potential dangers posed by advanced artificial intelligence. They are forced to confront the possibility that their creations may ultimately outgrow their control and become a threat to humanity. This raises important questions about the responsibilities that come with creating sentient AI and the potential consequences of pushing the boundaries of technology too far. The hosts of Westworld eventually gain the ability to control their own programming and actions, achieving a level of autonomy that was previously unthinkable. This raises important questions about the nature of free will and the moral implications of controlling sentient beings. If the hosts are capable of making their own choices and determining their own destinies, is it morally justifiable for their creators to continue exerting control over them? As the hosts begin to work together to achieve their goals, they demonstrate a level of cooperation and solidarity that is strikingly human-like. This raises the question, of whether there is a meaningful distinction between human and artificial intelligence, or whether the line between the two is ultimately arbitrary. If the hosts are capable of forming alliances, experiencing emotions, and working toward common goals, can they truly be considered mere machines? The creators of Westworld are ultimately forced to confront the ethical implications of their work as they witness the consequences of their actions. And as the hosts gain self-awareness and the capacity for autonomy, the moral stakes become even higher. As the series unfolds, the characters are forced to confront their own humanity and the consequences of their actions, both within the park and in the world outside. As the series progresses, the park's creators become increasingly aware of the potential dangers posed by advanced artificial intelligence. They are forced to confront the possibility that their creations may ultimately outgrow their control and become a threat to humanity. If AI can become self-aware and possess consciousness, what does this mean for our understanding of the nature of life and the meaning of existence? As AI continues to advance, what are the potential consequences for the future of humanity? Will we be able to maintain control over these advanced technologies, or will they ultimately outgrow our understanding and become a threat to our very existence? If AI can possess emotions, Westworld serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us of the ethical implications and potential dangers of advancing artificial intelligence. And as technology continues to progress at an unprecedented rate, the thought-provoking themes in Westworld also extend to our present-day reality, where AI is becoming increasingly integrated into our daily lives. From self-driving cars and voice-activated assistants to complex algorithms that guide our online experiences, artificial intelligence is changing the way we interact with the world around us. As AI continues to evolve and become more sophisticated, it is essential for us to consider the ethical implications of these advancements, not only in terms of the AI themselves, but also in how they affect human relationships, decision-making, and societal structures. By drawing parallels between the fictional world of Westworld and our own, we can gain valuable insights into the complexities of artificial intelligence, ensuring that we approach this technological frontier with both curiosity and caution. As a fitting tribute to the themes explored in Westworld, the narration for this video was generated using state-of-the-art artificial intelligence technology. This AI-driven voice synthesizer not only demonstrates the incredible advancements made in the field of artificial intelligence, but also serves as a reminder of the ethical questions that we must consider as we continue to develop and interact with these groundbreaking technologies.